Stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and radio.com.
97.1 The Ticket, the morning show. Jeff Rieger in this morning. We got Heather, we have Cobb, we have Greg Hargrave, we have disgruntled ticket texters. Sierra Romero did not make the call instead of sweet and cash. So you can vote at Jamie Stoney's Twitter page. And by the way, you're looking ahead to tomorrow. Don't sleep on Leroy Horn.
Other football 33 is a great one.
Or Taco Charlton. Anyway, Heather, what the hell happened to you?
Yes. Well, I had a moment of sheer panic yesterday, okay? And it's something that hasn't happened to me in a very, very long time. And I didn't know what to do in the moment. But thankfully, I figured it out. So my husband and I had ran out, and we came home and opened the garage door, couldn't get into our house. And we, for some reason, don't have any house keys. Like, when we got the new house,
648-539-9797 is the telephone number on the ticket text.
I'm telling you, it's like one of the greatest things ever. I should do live reads for keyless entry because it is so convenient. Like you just leave the door, and if the batteries run out, it beeps like a ton, and it always has enough juice to open one more time too. So you're not gonna get.
Let me ask you this question.
And what do you need to know? I'd like no destruction.
Okay, so you have a garage, right?
I do. Yes, I got the keyless entry on that too.
Okay, so obviously, you know, when you go in a garage, you have a door that gets into the house after from the garage.
Correct.
You leave
That's
that.
what I'm told.
You leave that door unlocked.
Never locked.
Yes.
Yes. So
That's the door that got locked on me, though.
oh,
It's the door that's never locked.
yeah, I know.
That's what
Yeah.
happened.
It's tough.
That door's
It's
never
tough.
locked.
Right, because I
Yeah.
have keyless entry to our pad, I should say, for that. Most people-
Yes.
What's
Yes.
the code the last time the Flyers won the championship?
No, there's nothing to do with me, actually.
It's Bobby 16
Yeah.
or Bruce 16.
1623. 1623.
It's
Bobby
the first four numbers of Bruce's social security number.
Bobby Clark 16 and Springsteen's birthday 23. Anthony, you're on 97 on the ticket.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Hey man.
Hey, so my dad is listening right now. I know he is in the car on the way to work. So growing up as a kid, he would lock the keys in the house like weeks. So when you're a little kid, you know, what you have to do is Louis, my sister, with his knee and then on his shoulder onto the awning roof, climb into their own bedroom, get the keys and unlock the door. And he does the normal thing going up, you know, like, oh, yeah, that's the house, yeah. But anyway.
So Anthony, you're convinced your dad's listening driving to work right now?
Oh, I'm sure he's doing like he's driving right now.
All right, Mike, Anthony's dad. Hello, and call in and verify your son ripping you on the radio. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it. Have a great day. Let's talk to Tom. You're 97 on the ticket.
Hey guys, my girlfriend's daughter, you know, same thing. Locked us out, locked the garage door, couldn't get in. We called the locksmith. It was going to be an hour and $145 to get in the house. Walked around the house, you know, the windows, there was one unlocked. The screen cost $18 to replace. So, cut the screen out, went right through the window.
Totally.
I'm absolutely saving money, but like I said with the locksmith, the worst comes to the worst. If you have to get inside and you can't find another way to do it, you know, you call your friend the locksmith. I saw my friend. Glenn in Detroit, what's up?
So I live in Detroit occasionally, and sometimes my wife and I are 70, and sometimes we just forget to lock the front door. You know, we come in through the front door, we walk around the neighborhood, we come in the front door, we forget to lock it. You know, and that's fine. And but every once in a while, I hate to admit this, and I'm not going to tell you where I live, but every once in a while, when we lock the door when we leave. When we come back, we unlock it. Sometimes we actually leave the keys in the front door, and then we come in and go to bed, wake up the next morning. Where are the keys? Where are the keys? Where are the keys? Where are those keys? Then we open the door, and there they are on the outside, stuck in the door.
I've done that.
So far.
Yeah. People have done that all the time. By the way, real quick, looking ahead to tomorrow there,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Cedric Irving, Jeremy Langford. A lot of good
43
Yeah.
is unbelievable.
John-
And I'm sure
John-
a lot of people's
John Reschke. A lot of 33s going to be very, it sounds like it's going to be very Spartan-centric and Chris Draper.
Well, we got John Jansen here tomorrow, so we don't have to deal with this reader crap.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'll be back on Thursday, I think. You never know, though. I will say this. Wojo broke some unbelievable news to me yesterday. Just some unbelievable news. Do you know that Matt Patricia and I have the same birthday?
Oh my God. That's pretty funny.
Oh, poor Patricia had to deal with that yesterday.
Wait a second. What about poor me? I want to ask this question.
What are you talking about? Poor you. You love this. It was a great birthday for you.
Well, it totally was.
Yes.
It totally was. But, like, should Patricia, should be more upset that Matt Patricia has the same birthday as me, or that I have the same birthday as Matt Patricia?
Patricia should be involved. So he shares your view.
Tom is immediately shaking his head.
Yeah.
I mean, I disagree. I'm upset.
I mean, he has
Same birthday as a coach that has 9 wins over 2 years in one game.
But at least even as an assistant, as a coordinator, at least he's got a ring or two. All right, Heather has news coming up
Did you hear who's
next.
responsible for that one play?
Yeah, exactly. Oh. What's up, Heather?
Well, Carol Baskin made her debut on Dancing with the Stars last night, and there's somebody that is taking advantage of all of her screen time.
Ooh.
Yes.
Hear that coming up next, 97.1 The Ticket. 97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ EMI 50 Traffic Center, traffic volumes are beginning to pick up through the work zone on 75 northbound from 696 to 14 Mile, as well as the Southfield Freeway southbound at Virginia Michigan Avenue. Left lane closures are scheduled today for road work 96 eastbound at Novi Road and on 696 both directions at Telegraph. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
97.1 The Ticket would like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging rates apply.
Over the years, you've heard hundreds of Applied Imaging customers on the radio talking about Applied Imaging's great service and extraordinary people. But sometimes it's all about the bottom line. Remember Fred Steiner from Henry Ford College?
Well, a few months ago, I ran some reports to compare what we were paying our old provider for fewer pieces of equipment versus what we're paying over the past year with Applied. And the college is seeing over $110,000 a year in making the switch in the contracts.
Applied Imaging customer Ryan Holden of Blue House Property.
Save me money and then probably the time and less headaches because they're able to troubleshoot things pretty effectively and efficiently if we have an issue.
Mike Drostowski of Mad Creative Concepts.
I think it's a great partnership, and the cost per copy is cheaper than having to go anywhere else, so it's all profit.
With Applied Imaging, you don't pay more for great service. Call Applied Imaging today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedimaging.com. Applied Imaging, fast, friendly, amazing.
At Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union, every loan is as unique as you are. Each one is specifically made for where you are today and where you're going tomorrow. So whether you need some financial flexibility, you're planning a big home project, or considering that new RV, we can help with a loan built around your budget and your life. It's easy to apply, and right now you get a $100 bonus. Stop by a branch today or visit msgcu.org. Conditions apply. Insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Is more always better? Sometimes you just don't need it. Like when it comes to Michigan auto reform, if you have health insurance, including Medicare or Medicaid, you may not need more insurance. Ask an Allstate agent about your options and lower your costs, not just their needs. There's no better time to get a quote from Allstate. Visit allstate.com or call a local agent.
I'm Joe Biden, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
But they've got the experience. I'm still in shock 3 or 4 years later that we're in this position now. Our democracy is at a pivotal point. From the top, we don't trust our government. We see the trouble we're in economically. We've got 170,000 Americans dead, and yet this president will do anything he can to make it seem like things are better than they are.
I did more for the black community than anybody with the possible exception of Abraham Lincoln.
It's our responsibility. If we don't lead that effort to make things better, we can't ask other people to do it. There is no good reason not to vote.
Right? We need to have individuals that are in office like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
They are our best shot to take us forward. That's what makes me incredibly hopeful. But we really do have to work for this thing.
To the thousands who did not vote, we need you to show up for our future and for our country.
You cannot sit on the sidelines. You gotta get the game.
Oh, there you are.
This has been The Sounds of the Old World. Brought to you by Progressive, where drivers can still switch and save like it's 2019.
Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. This is time that matters. A window of time to help protect the ones you love. Your preteen benefits from staying up to date with their well visits. This is your window of protection. Schedule their well visit now. Brought to you by Merck.
From muscle pain, body aches, to strains, Blue Emu Maximum Arthritis. It works fast and you won't stink. Its unique formula with emu oil penetrates deep to relieve arthritis pain, sore muscles, joints, and more.
Let your voice be heard. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket Studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
The Detroit Tigers host the Kansas City Royals. Pre-game tonight at 6:45 on 97.1 The Ticket.
97.1 The Tickets. Before we get to our news from Heather, Rieger, do you have breaking news to any? Is this big where I need to tag it, the sponsor?
I mean, you could. It's not great breaking news, but it's definitely breaking news.
Oh boy. 97.1 The Ticket breaking news is powered by Radio.com Sports and brought to you by Pennzoil. Motor oil is made from natural gas. Proof is in the Pennzoil. Go ahead.
Justin Coleman on IR. That, according to Dave Burkett, Kyle Meinke then chimes in on Twitter, out at least 3 weeks. The quarterbacks Detroit will see the next 3 weeks: Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, and Drew Brees.
So we're still in for true fun. Yeah.
Right. So do you still want to argue that the season is not over? Hang up and listen.
We'll get into that coming up later. I mean, it doesn't look really good, but didn't think they were going to be that good anyway, so it's really just a semantical argument. Heather, what's up?
Yes. Well, I've got great news for anyone looking for a new job. Amazon is actually looking to hire thousands of workers in the Detroit area as part of the company's plan to hire 100,000 workers across the country. And the job isn't too shabby. Pay starts at $15 an hour. They're hiring full-time and part-time employees, and new hires will be added to Amazon's 5 fulfillment centers and 4 delivery facilities in Michigan. Sounds like the job just includes packing, shipping, and sorting orders. And they also say they have some great benefits as well. So not too bad if you're looking.
I got a buddy who owns one of the distribution centers.
Really?
And if you drive for Amazon,
Yeah.
make some pretty good money. Plus, there's all kinds of bonuses you can incur if you do it the right way, because
Yes.
everything's on an algorithm with that van they give you.
Yes.
So if you buckle up every time, if you go the speed limit, you get extra money eventually.
Well, that sounds
Pretend.
sweet. Yes, of course. So Tiger King star Carol Baskin, she made her debut last night on Dancing with the Stars, and while she seemed to enjoy herself out on the dance floor, there's probably one thing that she didn't enjoy, and the family watch it.
Because people are saying
yes.
It's under a lot of fire.
well, they said
It is under a lot of fire.
for exploitation. It says it makes the girls look like
Sure, it does. But guess
over-
what?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. What the show highlighted is something that's going on in the real world. These young girls who are turning to social media, who are turning to music videos of rappers and dancers, and they're trying to emulate them while they're still little girls.
Right.
And it's happening everywhere.
Like 5 or
And-
6 years
Well,
old.
these girls were 11.
Okay.
They're not 5 or 6. But that goes on. And while yes, the movie is uncomfortable a little bit to watch because you're watching these girls dance basically like strippers. The whole movie is not about that. It's basically about these young girls trying to become women in a society where they're. Anyway, I encourage people to watch the movie because I don't agree with all the backlash it's getting. That's all.
So you're saying they're not making it look glamorous. They're just pointing it out that it's a reality.
Yes, and it is uncomfortable. There's a lot of shots where it shows these young girls, twerking and things like that, and you don't want to see that. But unfortunately, it is a reality that's actually happening, and I think I think people should watch the movie. That's all.
All right. More importantly, who's barking? Jasper, Juniper, or Bouncy?
Bouncy.
It's definitely about that. Yes.
It's bouncy.
Congratulations, Stoney. You have guessed that is bouncy. Yes. And I have no way of making her shut up.
Josie. Yes. Okay. So after coronavirus cases surged over the summer, there was a period of relief, and a lot of Americans kind of believed, okay, the coronavirus is on a downward trend, which is good. But there is a leading ER doctor. His name is Dr. Matt Lambert, and he says things are about to get a whole lot worse. In fact, he's even predicting COVID-19 deaths will double over the next few months and into the new year. And he says this is going to happen even if a vaccine becomes available very soon. So basically, he's noting all the outbreaks and how they're going to happen. We know the first one, outbreaks at colleges. We're seeing it right here in Michigan and across the country. He also says, hey, we're going to see spikes during the holidays. And this is one thing I've been thinking of. I mean, I love the holiday season. I love getting together with family. We were talking about how we're going to handle, Thanksgiving, our Christmas celebration, how we're going to do things, if we're going to do anything differently. So I can totally see that, people traveling for holiday get-togethers. Then he says if there's a vaccine, hey, not everyone's going to get it. It's just a fact. People aren't going to get it. And so if he's right, that's bad news. But I can see it happening, unfortunately.
I mean, we have the Jewish high holidays coming up this weekend. I believe is Rosh Hashanah. Or is it next week? I can't remember. But I know
You're a better Jew than me.
Yeah, but I know we can't even go to the synagogue. It's got to be virtual.
Yeah.
Virtual services.
Going to be very,
Listen,
very different.
The wife and me and the kid just went to go get the flu shot to hopefully, cut down on the flu so then, maybe it won't affect us as much if, God forbid, we do get the COVID. But
Right.
that's scary. It's almost like you forget about this stuff and then you're always reminded by the college stories or by the story Heather just read.
Yeah. I know. Still there, guys.
Thanks.
Finally, my last story. There's a 50-year-old Farmington Hills man who actually died in a diving accident on Sunday at Little Muscatine Bay. This story, sounds awful. So authorities say that this man was on a boat with his friends and he wanted to dive into the water. Okay, that's harmless. But they say that he dove off of a boat about 6 feet in the air. So he was up high into about 3.5 feet of water. So it was very, very, very shallow water. Oh, and anyway, he struck the riverbed as he was diving and passed away from his injuries. But they do say there is an investigation underway.
All right.
Gotta be safe out there, people.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you very much, Heather. Hey, coming up after the break, some breaking hockey coaching news. Also, we'll get into do you think the Lions' 2020 season is already over? 97-1, the ticket.
Well, it is over, unfortunately. I'm here to tell you that. But I'm also here to tell you that the rest of football is not over. 1 week of pro football in the books, which means we get 16 more weeks. And I want to tell you how you can score $10,000. The Rocket Mortgage 2020 Pro Football Pickup. Go to radio.com/picks and make your picks right now. No point spreads, no lineups, totally free to enter. I made my picks this week, and I must say I did rather well. So go ahead, make your picks, see if you can beat me. You have a chance to win $10,000, also $1,000 weekly. That is the Rocket Mortgage 2020 Pro Football Pickup. Go to radio.com/picks to sign up right now and make yourself some money.
If you're in need of surgery or other medical care, don't delay. Safety precautions are in place, and St. Joe's is proceeding with cancer surgery, heart bypass, and diagnostic procedures in a clean and safe environment. Talk to your doctor to schedule your appointment or procedure today. For over 65 years, Community Financial Credit Union has been here for you. And even through these uncertain times, that's not going to change. We are committed to keeping banking easier and safer. Use our mobile app or online banking to manage finances remotely. Drive-thrus are open normal business hours. We've increased staff and extended hours in our contact center. Bank on us when times get tough, because that's what community is for. Learn more at cfcu.org. Community Financial, right here, right for you. Federally insured by the NCUA.
It's game time in the Motor City. Football is back, and you can catch all of the action with FanDuel Sportsbook only at Motor City Casino. Get in on all the games you love, every play, every pass, every touchdown. It's time to experience sports betting done right with live streaming games, self-service betting, and more. Get your game face on and score big this weekend when you bet with FanDuel Sportsbook only at Motor City Casino.
Your daughter got her learner's permit. And to celebrate, you're on your way to get her favorites at McDonald's. And you let her drive. Now, if you could just make it to the drive-thru, enjoying the journey together, that's something to value.
Choose your $3 bundle. Pair either the deliciously cheesy McDouble or the boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken with small fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
The new razor from Harry's is not the same. In the past, guys have been overcharged for razors. Meanwhile, Harry's just came out with their sharpest blades ever, and they're not raising prices. Not even a little. Their new blades still cost as little as $2 each. And value isn't the only thing that makes Harry's unique. Some shaving companies add bells and whistles to their razors. Harry's values simple, clean design. Some shaving companies outsource blade manufacturing. Harry's owns a century-old German blade factory. Some shaving companies encourage guys to be the best. Harry's embraces guys for who they are. Put simply, Harry's is not the same. And you can find Harry's almost everywhere you shop. Just head to the grooming aisle in stores near you. Or you can go online and get a Harry's starter set for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 5520 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 5520. Harry's, not the same.
Do business more powerfully during Dell's semi-annual sale. Save up to 45% on Dell computers and servers with Intel Core processors. It's time for you to upgrade to new modern devices with Windows 10. Also, save on electronics and accessories, plus free shipping on everything and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call 877-ASK-DELL to talk to a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find just the right tech. That's 877-ASK-DELL or visit Dell.com/business deals.
I am Disinfector.
What's with him? I told him flu shots gave us a superpower against germs.
CVS is your one-stop shop for immunity support. From hand wipes to vitamins that are third-party tested to confirm they meet our high standards.
Take that, germs.
Plus, get a $5 off $20 shopping pass when you get a free flu shot. Visit CVS today. No-cost flu shots with most insurance. Restrictions apply. Visit cvs.com and cvs.com/tested for details.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Pepera of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
97.1 The Ticket and CBS Sports Radio 1270. Your homes for the NFL on Westwood One. The Cleveland Browns host the Cincinnati Bengals. Thursday night football. Pregame at 7:30 on CBS Sports Radio 1270.
I have all the belief in the world of the guys we have on offense, the weapons we have, the offensive line we have, and the guys on defense. You know, there's playmakers all over the team. So, every game is different. Every game is unique. But it just comes down to finishing. And like with everything, you can find good things on tape, but it all comes down to wins and losses ultimately.
That's Taylor Decker, yesterday's press briefing. Post-mortem of the Lions' loss. And as Jeff Rieger mentioned moments ago, Justin Coleman on the IR. Probably just the short-term IR, which is 3 weeks. So maybe after the bye week, when hopefully won't be 0-4, we'll be back. And you got Rodgers, Murray, and Breeze as your next three quarterbacks. In case you missed it last night, Steelers over the Giants 26-16. The good Ben Roethlisberger 21 of 32, 229. The bad Saquon Barkley 15 carries for 6 yards. And Tennessee defeated Denver 16-14. Gakowski with a winning field goal as the game expired. He only it was a winning field goal because he missed 3 earlier and an extra point. That is unbelievable how bad that is. Derrick Henry, 31 carries, 116 yards. Stanley Cup playoffs. The Dallas Stars are back in the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time since, I believe, 2000. They come from 2 down, beat Vegas in overtime, 3-2, 3:47 left in 3:47 left in the overtime. They did it. So it's going to be Dallas versus the winner of Tampa, the Islanders. Tampa leads that series 3-1.
Stoney, do you think there's any chance that the Dallas Stars maybe adopt a motto for being able to close out? Like, what could be a great motto to close out a game? How about dagger time? Really stuck a dagger in those nights, I'll tell you.
Yes, they did, Jeff. You are so cool. By the way, game 7 tonight of the Nuggets and the Clippers. And if the Clippers blow this series, it'll be just SOC, same old Clippers. And yeah,
it's got a nice ring to it.
And don't forget, Tigers home against the Royals tonight.
Oh yeah, Stoney, the game 7 Clippers Nuggets. It does have a feeling. I'm calling my shot here. It doesn't have a feeling that the Clippers just gonna blow them out. Like, there's no worse of a game 7 when a team fights like hell to get back in it, and then the team that is favored to win, just when everybody's starting to expect the upset's going to happen, gets rolled or rolls over the team that should win. So I kind of feel that's going to happen. The Clippers are going to win by like 20 today.
I disagree. I think Denver's got something special. I'm not necessarily sure they're going to win the game, but I don't think they're going to get rolled. The Joker is unbelievable. By the way, I do want to mention that the Lions were one of the team. There were 6 fourth-quarter comeback wins on Sunday. 5 of them by the road team. I don't know if that means anything or not. Maybe it means that the fans have because there's no fans, there's no impact there. So it's a lot easier to win on the road, come back on the road than it would be normally. We were talking about being locked out of your house or your car a while ago. Heather got locked out of her house. Raymond has been holding patiently. What's up, Raymond?
Hey, good morning. Love the show, guys.
Thank you.
Listen every day. Thank you. So it reminded me of a story my dad told me. He grew up in Detroit, and his house had a milk chute. For those of you that don't know or remember, the milk chute was on the outside of the house, the little door. The milkman would come, take your old bottles, and put your new bottles in there. He would crawl through the milk chute to unlock the house.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. How skinny was he?
Yeah.
He could only do it when he was really young. He was the second youngest. So it was only when he was really little. But yeah, he told me a few times he had to crawl through the milk chute.
Thank goodness he never got stuck.
Lock the door again. Send the kid in. Send the kid into the milk chute.
Through the milk chute.
All right, on our Twitter, on our poll, I can speak right now. The greatest number 32 in the history of Michigan sports, with about 56,000 votes in. Rip Hamilton, as expected, running away with it. He's got almost 79%. Second place right now, the A-Train, Anthony Thomas, with 8.4%. Greg Kelser in third place, 6.9%. And Swin Cash at 6.7%. Some people on the Twitter said we should have had Stu Grimson Where the hell is Sierra Romero? A few of them. Look, I campaigned for her. I got outvoted. Somebody says, still voting Sierra Romero. No Tim Chevalier. And there's also one that says Jamie Walker. Or Jeff Sharples.
Wow. Tim Chevalier does not deserve to even be mentioned. Come on.
I know. The average goalie at best. All right. Speaking of average, that's what I think the Detroit Lions are. Obviously, they certainly played like a really good team the first 3 quarters, then fell apart in the fourth quarter. When we great epic comebacks, or excuse me, epic failures in their history. You know, even though a year ago they had the same one, although they didn't lose, they tied. So Rieger basically believes that the season after one game, 0-1 in the NFL, the Lions season is over. And while I do not believe that this is a very good team, I do not believe they're going to make the playoffs, I don't think on September 15th you can say the season is over yet. I think you have to give it a couple more weeks, and you know what? I'll probably change my mind after week 3 or 4 when they're 0-3, 0-4 because of the injuries and the teams they're going to play, and then there'll be a bye, and then there should be a coaching change if they're 0-4. But right now, I'm still going to cling on to, you know what? I'm going to try to enjoy Lion football and have my heart broken week after week. I can accept that, but I'm not willing right now, after just 1 week, to say that it's over. And I know the history, I know everything about it, so I'm not sitting there being a sucker or anything like that. I just want to watch for at least another 2 weeks.
Buddy,
Yeah.
I love you. I love Tom too. But you guys know it's over. Like, I just feel, you know, Sonny, this radio thing, I don't have the voice. I probably don't have the talent. I don't bring much to the table other than honesty. I'm going to tell you what I think. It's, of course, over. You tell me they're going to go to Green Bay and beat the Packers, the Packer team that just went to Minnesota and thrash the Vikings.
Probably not.
Then you got to go to Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury and get a whiff of his kick-ass mansion and lose to them as they just beat the defending NFC champ Niners.
Right.
And then you got to come home against Drew Brees. If it ain't over now, it will be over early Sunday when you get blown out by the guys at Lambeau. Guys, the thing about it is, I don't know why you just don't want to admit it. Of course it's over, because it's always over with this team. So give me one redeeming quality about this coaching staff, this organization, or this team that would suggest that it's not over. Of course it's over.
It's the NFL. There are injury factors involved as the Lions are suffering. Who knows? Maybe when they play Arizona, who does Arizona play this week? Maybe Kyler Murray's knocked out of the season. Maybe they don't have to face him in week 4.
Well, I hate to use that as a reason why. I know you were doing this yesterday, Stoney, where it's 0-4, 0-4, and there's some other chatter around the office for those that are still coming in here. I just hate, number one, it is week 1, okay? Can you take the Lions factor out of it, or can't you?
No.
That this is, I do believe, Patricia, when he says this is a different year. Every year is different. There's a lot of different players on this team, and the past, especially the long pass, shouldn't matter whatsoever. And it's week 1. Can we at least get through September before we say it's over?
How can you say the past should not matter when it always matters in this instance? How can you say that? Honestly, you all get so upset that I bring up SOL or I bring up the past. But the past is the only thing you have to go on. The past is crap, and this team is garbage.
I just hate giving up on a team. It's almost like you're saying you never ever believe and have hope or have fun with it.
100%. No, I disagree. You should have all the fun in the world. If you learn to love the entertainment of them being embarrassing, then yeah, it's very fun. Like, tell me, who didn't laugh on Sunday? Like, have you seen the movie The Joker? I got this great Joker laugh. It goes like this. That's what I was doing on Sunday. Everybody was. If you get upset by this team, you're a moron. No offense.
So you're a moron, because I got upset after that game. I wasn't mad very long. I did have a headache that carried on for a little while after.
Present company excluded.
Right, I got mad and then I laughed because it's so typical. I get all that stuff. The reason why I think it's important to just focus on one season, chances are it's going to go just like the other previous one since 1957. I grant you that. But just for your own psyche, I just think you need to look at it separately. And
Or
then,
you just bet against them and make a lot of money.
okay, you can do that. I picked the Bears. I picked the Bears to win the game, so I wasn't surprised.
So did I.
You think Aaron Rodgers is going to duplicate what he did this last week? Look, I was one that did not write him off for sure. I did not think Aaron Rodgers was done. However, last year they played them so tough that they never led actually in either game against them.
All right, 248-539-9797 is the telephone number on the ticket text. Is the season already over after week one? I say no. Maybe after week 2 or 3 or 4, yeah, but not after week one, 97-1 the ticket.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Stratus Building Solutions. Only one issue on your drive this morning. This is out on the Lodge Freeway heading southbound at the Davison. An incident is affecting the right side. Trust Stratus Building Solutions of Detroit for over 14 years. Cleaning is what they do. They work with companies like Enercon Detroit to disinfect. Before your company goes back to work, let Stratus come and deep clean your building. Call 313-960-4737. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Now, text or call the ticket using the same number. Ticket text 248-539-9797.
Wherever your family calls home, Blue Cross is here for you. By supporting and building healthy communities in every zip code, we're providing a healthier future for all of Michigan. For 81 years, we've kept this promise to help strengthen our neighbors, to stand by their side during the moments they need us most. We're here for it all, and always will be. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence comes with every card. To learn more, visit hereforitall.com. Whether it's 2 a.m. on the weekend, or you just need a second opinion, Blue Cross is here with more ways to help you access the care you need. You can call our 24-hour nurse line with any questions during those early mornings, or schedule a virtual doctor visit to get that second opinion. Anytime, anywhere, we are here for it all, and always will be. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence comes with every card. To learn more, visit hereforitall.com.
This Radio.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Hall Financial. Go to davidhallmortgage.com.
This is Boomer Esiason with the Radio.com Sports Minute. The Mets, folks, are about to be liberated. Hedge fund billionaire Steve Cohen, who grew up near Shea Stadium and has long dreamed of owning his beloved Mets, appears to have struck a deal with the Wilpon and Katz families to purchase 95% of the ball club for nearly $2.5 billion, which would be a record for a North American professional sports franchise. Of course, the deal is subject to approval, but I believe Cohen will be confirmed by enough Major League owners. Why would they go down this road if that weren't the case? Cohen will bring a new energy and incredibly deep pockets. That will be a welcome change from the Wilpons and Katzes who were financially hamstrung after being snookered by Ponzi schemer Bernie Madoff. Cohen will likely also clean house, which means Brody Van Wagenen, the agent-turned-general manager, is a goner. In the eyes of Met fans, this is all great news, and it begins a new era, most likely in November. Boomer Esiason.
Get more miles on the road with O'Reilly Auto Parts. A clean fuel system means better gas mileage for your car. Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Injector Cleaner for $8. Plus, earn double O Rewards points. For a clean, lubricated, more fuel-efficient system, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Back to work at that job, the one you realized isn't for you? Well, that's if you're lucky, right? Make your move. You can start a new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months from the comfort of your own home, even if you have 0 computer experience. Take control of your future now. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Live online classes meet just twice a week. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
General RV is your ticket to savings with RV show prices in-store and online. There are no admission fees and no crowds. Just huge savings on thousands of travel trailers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes. No matter how you shop, you'll get exclusive RV show discounts and all-time low financing. We're bringing in new RVs every day. But hurry, just like our inventory, these deals won't last long. Explore the virtual RV show at GeneralRV.com or get RV show prices at your local General RV in Wixom, Clarkston, Brownstown, and Mount Clemens.
Sports are back, and that means the BetMGM Sports Lounge inside MGM Grand Detroit is ready to take your real money wagers on all the action. Stop by anytime and place your bets at the live betting window or one of the easy-to-use self-service kiosks. With baseball, basketball, and hockey action already in full swing and football back, the BetMGM Sports Lounge welcomes fans back to the excitement of a full betting menu 7 days a week. So get ready to believe in your game again at the BetMGM Sports Lounge at MGM Grand Detroit. Must be 21 or older.
Do you feel that? That changing from a focus on me to something bigger. Because while it's perfectly fair to ask, what's in it for me? Finding the answer comes from asking, what's in it for we? Chemical Bank is now TCF Bank, and our purpose is answering that question. Giving every person, business, community, every need the financial strength to make us all a stronger we. Member FDIC.
If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. We also provide pre-screened quality tenants to our property owners. We love to match good people to good homes. Contact us today, northbloomfield.com.
When big things happen in Detroit sports, you hear it first on Detroit's #1 sports station, 97.1 The Ticket. Breaking news powered by Radio.com Sports and brought to you by Pennzoil. Motor oils from natural gas. The proof is in the Pennzoil. The station where your opinion matters. 97.1 The Ticket.
Is just focusing on every single play. And we talked about dagger time and putting the game away. And dagger time and putting the game away can be footwork on an outside zone play for me. It can be, if we have a double count, focusing on not jumping off sides. It doesn't have to be this, 70-yard, touchdown bomb down the field, big run. It comes in all phases of the game. It comes in really wherever you can apply it.
That's Taylor Decker talking about.
He said dagger time.
Dagger time.
Is that still a thing?
That's their thing.
Like that has to be retired, right?
Not yet. No, dagger time's not over either. Well, by the way, I mentioned some hockey news. The Washington Capitals have hired Peter Laviolette as their new head coach. He's coached now Nashville, Carolina, where he won a cup, the Islanders, Philly, and now Washington. Good coach.
Now he gets over.
Yeah, that's right.
By the way, Stoney, speaking of dagger time, dagger time worked. It definitely worked. It just worked with SOLs.
Exactly. All right, ticket text 248-539-9796. Washington and Jacksonville each beat better opponents than the Lions. This team has been and always will be crap. Rieger's 100% time. Rieger's right 100%. Time to continue to lose for Lawrence. Shaking my head. SOL. I'm with Rieger. Like Vince Carter said in the 2000 dunk contest, it's over. Thank God for fantasy football. Our buddy Sean the mailman. Jeff is right. Jeff is right. Period. It's over. SOL. Just like Jeff's Joker laugh imitation, the Lions will start poor and finish strong. That's from me. Why are you saying it's over? Why do you think it even began? That's from Scott.
Great point.
I hate Jeff Rieger. Think he should be fired. But I agree with his take today. Lions season is over. Fire Quintricia, Lowry, and Livonia.
Fire Quintricia and me.
Look, history is on his side in all of these sides. If you had to put a gun to my head and make me bet, in a heartbeat, I'd say they ain't making the playoffs.
I would never do that to you.
But I just don't want to give up on. I don't want to.
Right, I know.
I want to talk some real football. It goes back to what Jamie said. I'd like to at least treat them as a normal team for the first quarter of the season.
Yes. Yeah, because normal teams lose 2 in week 1.
You just can't, though. I mean, it's unfortunate, but you just can't. And if you haven't learned it by now, I feel like you're pounding your head against the brick wall.
We know all about it.
But you guys haven't because
we
you
do.
still are fighting me
No, I'm not
that the
fighting
season
him.
is still in play. Stoney will say, I don't think they're very good. They're not going to make the playoffs, but it's not over. Tom will say, I just want to believe to the first quarter. In reality, they stink. It's over, and they proved that on Sunday.
I disagree with you on that. I believe